Hey guys, Sarah Grace here, back for another Bachelor recap review kind of deal for this week. Craziness ensued, obviously, because that's what happens on The Bachelor, and when you go on The Bachelor, of course. Okay, long episode, let's jump right in. So, of course, this week we had 2 group dates and 1 one-on-one. I guess only one one-on-one. Okay, so the first group date was totally weird. Well, actually, they're always kind of weird, but they went back to high school because Ben, loved high school or something. And I feel like not many people love high school, but Ben was one of them. So they went to Bachelor High, and they were placed in teams, and they had to do all of these, crazy things. I guess, if each thing had, a subject, so they went to the lunch room for lunch or something, and they had to bob for apples and pass a red apple around or something, and whoever got the apple on the tray first got to go on to the next round. And there was another volcano, who can make a volcano erupt first. And then there was a geography test, which everybody's talking about how Becca and JoJo couldn't place Indiana on a map of the United States. And it's come on, you guys. So disappointed. They put it, and not only could they not place it directly on the map. I understand if you're an inch off or something, but they placed it sideways. It looked like Pennsylvania. So it's okay. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, especially when it comes to subjects in school. Math was never mine, but I guess geography wasn't their strong suits. Anyways, so after that, they did a basketball free throw challenge. Because Ben played basketball in high school, and that was the last one, and the 2 girls that made it through were Mandy, the dentist, the crazy dentist person, and Amber, I think it was Amber. And so surprisingly they were the final 2, and then whoever, they had to race each other on the track and do hurdles. And whoever won that got to have one-on-one time with Ben. And Mandy is wearing these crazy high-waisted printed pants and a midriff-bearing shirt and some sandals, I think. I don't know. And then Amber's just wearing some shorts, and I think she was wearing sneakers. And Mandy won. What? And Mandy has really long legs, so maybe that's why she won. She could jump the hurdles way faster. I don't know. So Mandy surprisingly won the one-on-one part of the date. And it's I didn't really take her that seriously on the first episode, but I guess she was really in it for Ben. But so they got some one-on-one time, and it didn't really show anything with that. Oh, and then the night portion of the date. So it started with Becca on the basketball court with Ben, which I thought was really adorable and seemed really genuine. And Becca was kind of saying oh, I feel like I didn't have the know-how to really act on the show last season, and she didn't really make it to a point where she felt comfortable being herself. And so this is kind of her redo, and I really do feel something more with Becca and Ben than I did with Becca and Chris. So that was a cute part of the date. He called her cute, kind, and easy to be around, so those are all good things, right? Then he had a moment with Jen, and he kissed her, and this is the first kiss that not the stolen kiss or what have you, just he went for it and he kissed Jen. So that's a big deal, I think. That was a really big deal that I noted. Jubilee stole a moment, and she said she was adopted, I think it was, and then he kisses her. But that kiss was kind of awkward, in my opinion. I just didn't feel as natural as the kiss with Jen. JoJo. He steals JoJo away and takes her up to a special place and they have some time together. And I think he's really into JoJo. Like, I think something is really there. And then when it came down to the group date rose, JoJo ended up getting the rose. So JoJo was safe for this week. And I think that the two strongest competitors, bachelorettes, were definitely JoJo and Jen for this. Kayla gets the first one-on-one date, and she kind of got like usually there's like really nice dates on The Bachelor, I feel like, or they do something like really adventurous and fun, like, you know, climb a building or jump off a cliff together or something, I don't know. And she was on a date with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart, and they're obviously just promoting their new movie, so it was like whatever, just a plug for the movie. And it was like, take her on a cheap date and see how she reacts. And she's like, I had so much fun, like, doing anything with Ben. Like, it was so, whatever, adventurous. I don't know. But, like, it was not, like, didn't look like a fun date to me. They, ended up at this, like, little, like, restaurant. It looked like a soap opera. I kid you not. It looked like the set of a soap opera. They didn't eat. It was just, like, weird. And at that part, she tells Ben about how, like, she met somebody on a plane, and then 2 weeks later they started dating, but she neglected to leave out how when things got really serious, she saw Ben, like, step out of the limo on Caitlyn's season, and she's like, I have to, like, marry Ben Higgins or whatever. And maybe she didn't tell him that because, yeah, that sounds like a little, like, obsessive and crazy. So I probably would have left that out too. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Lace tried to get time with him on the group date, and she was like, I'm not crazy. I realized I was drunk last week, and I have to show Ben that, like, I'm really not a crazy person. I'm not crazy. Crazy. She kept on talking about how she wasn't crazy, and it only made her sound more crazy. Crazier. It made her sound crazier. It only made her sound crazier. Yeah, so it was just like, girl, chill out. You, at this point, are just like, you are the one making you look crazy at this point. Like, you are your own worst enemy. You're doing all this to yourself. Oh my gosh. And she's like, Ben saw somebody that I didn't want him to see, and it's like, okay, well, if you want to marry him, he might see every, like, part of your personality. So I feel like the show is making her out to be even crazier than she really is, you know, with the music that they play, with her parts and all of that. So oh man, she's in for a rough ride, I think. Okay, then the next group date was even, like, stranger than the high school date. They did, like, this love lab, like, science test to see, like, who Ben was most compatible with, and it was just, like, uncomfortable almost. All the girls got on treadmills, and he was blindfolded and had to, like, smell them on, like, their side or something, or, like, on their necks, and it was so weird. And he was like, oh, like, you smell like flowers or fruit. Most of the girls, he was like, you smell fruity or floral. And then he got to Sam, the attorney, and he was like, oh, he smells like a little sour. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing. That's so rude. That is so rude. Like, oh my gosh. And I think somebody said something about, like, Chinese food. Oh my goodness. Like, that, I feel really bad for her. But anyways, that was kind of funny. And then they did this thing where, like, they were, like, on a bed, and, like, they were, like, rubbing or up on each other, and it was totally weird. Anyway, Sam ended up getting the lowest score with, like, 2.4 or something, and Olivia, of course, got 7.4 or whatever. And Olivia's turned into, like, this really cocky, like, bratty kind of competitor, and she does this, oh my gosh, every single, like, shut your mouth, please, like, it's not cute, stop, please. So yeah, Olivia got won that part of whatever, and then the next part of the night part of that date, the mom, Amanda, she finally tells him that she has 2 kids, and he seemed super responsive and really kind about that. And then when it came to give the group date rose, he gave the rose to Olivia. And it's like, Ben, Amanda just like told you about her kids, and that obviously was really hard for her, and you gave it to Olivia, and she already got the first impression rose. Did you really have to do that? And I guess he was just going with like what was in the moment or whatever, but I thought that was not the right choice. Then Olivia says something like, I don't even know what rose ceremonies are. Olivia Higgins, like, let's just end the show. And it's like, you were making a lot of people not like you, girl. I guess you don't care. I guess either you want to marry Ben or you want to be the next Bachelorette. I don't know, but so then we get to the cocktail party before the rose ceremony, and Leah has a good moment with him, like a solid moment. He gives little gifts to Lauren H. She's the kindergarten teacher, so she's in good standing. He gives Lauren B a little picture of them from the first night, so she's obviously a front runner still. Olivia tries to get more time with him, and then she gets more time with him to like kiss him or something, and then she's like, okay, I've had my time with him tonight, like, you all have at it. And it's like, you don't have to like people that you're with, you don't have to become best friends with them. Like, I realize you're not there to make friends, fine, that's totally fine, I guess, but please show some respect to people. That's all, like, that's pretty normal. Respect people, don't be rude. It's really unattractive. Then Lace, oh poor Lace, oh my gosh, she's still acting crazy, and like she's like coming across as really insecure, and she like tries to tell a story about like when she was younger, how her brothers like didn't like her, and like I don't know, how kids made fun of her, and she gets cut off, I think, by someone else. It was just awkward and bad, just bad. Oh my gosh, we have to talk about how Ben brings little roses and little clips to glue together, and he makes little clips for Amanda's kids, and it's really, really sweet. And he says, you know, now it's not just about you, and it's not just about me, it's about them too. And I thought that was really, really sweet. Like, gold star, Ben, gold star. Yeah, so people got roses in the order. Amanda, so she was called first. The people that were safe were JoJo, Kayla, and Olivia. So Amanda gets a rose, then Jubilee, then Lauren B, the flight attendant, Leah, Becca, Rachel, Lace, Jennifer, Emily, Jamie, Lauren H, Shoshana, Haley, and Amber. LB actually got a rose, and then she was like, you know, this isn't for me, and she went home. So, you know, that takes a lot of guts. Good for her for realizing it sooner rather than later. And so the people that went home were Mandy, the dentist, Jackie, the girl that I liked, but it was like whatever, and Sam, the girl who smelled sour. Ugh. So that was that for this week. Let me know what you thought. I would love to know your thoughts. Who were your favorite people so far? Who are your least favorite? Do you like Ben? Yeah, I just would love to talk about it. So leave me some comments down below. Subscribe. Check out at Todd and Grace on Instagram, and join me for the next Bachelor video that I do, and any other things that Todd and Grace throw your way. And stay graceful and have a great rest of your night and week.